Hello, my name is Mario for X Bodybuilding, and welcome to the channel.
Hey, hey, hey,
Hey guys, so today is my 2-week update between May 31st and June 13th. Just like to remind everybody, this channel, my workouts are based on high intensity training. It's not 100% the way Dorian did it, but it's my foundation, and I just tweak it to what works for me. So the whole purpose about me doing this channel is to show, is high intensity training give you better results over high volume? In my past, I've done high volume, and you know what? Ever since I started doing high intensity training, I improved a lot more. So I'm gonna go through my highlights later on in my workouts, so we can see the difference, see how high intensity training helps with the improvements. And but for right now, I just want to do a little recap on the professional bodybuilding world. Last Saturday, that was June the 8th, I went to the Toronto Pro, first professional bodybuilding show that I ever been to. It was actually pretty good. I was happy with, I did the pre-judging for the pro cards. I thought they did a good job. They really moved the guys quickly through the stage, so it wasn't really you weren't really waiting that long, even though it was 2.5 hours just for the open and the classic, right? So still quite a long time to be sitting there, but it's not bad. I found it pretty good. I enjoyed the fans that were watching their guy on stage. So that was pretty cool. I was sitting where people came in, so it's pretty cool that I saw at one point over to my left, I see Greg Doucette walk in, so I started laughing. You would think, right? You see the guy on YouTube and all that, and also you look to your left and the guy's walking in the door, right? So I kind of thought that was pretty cool. But and the vendors outside, I just wish it would have had more vendors. But whatever, it was still pretty good, but it wasn't like FIBA or the Arnold Classic or let's say the Olympia, right? It's not at that level, but it was still pretty good. It was enjoyable, great for a first show. So recommend it if you're ever in Toronto. Want to check it out. It's a pretty good show. So now talk about Greg Doucette. I just saw a video today. Today is Thursday, the 13th. So he just put out a video of him and Mike Hearn going through their drama between each other, if you want. But the one thing that Greg Doucette said is he challenged Michael Hearn to a physical fitness contest. Now there is a big size difference between Greg Doucette and Michael Hearn, so I don't think it's a very fair challenge, if you want, because he said that in a bike race he would destroy him, but let's do a running race or swimming or whatever. But Greg's a lot smaller, so you use a lot less. So his body's using up a lot less energy than Michael Hearn's body, which has a lot more weight to it. So I don't think that challenge is a fair challenge, and he did challenge Michael Hearn for the blood work. Now that's fine, that's fair, right? Doesn't matter what size you are, your blood work is blood work, right? So I thought that was fair, but just so people understand that, you know what I mean? Your size makes a big difference, okay? Your height, your weight, everything. So it's not some kid that my nephew, he weighs about 180 pounds, and when we went bench pressing, he bench pressed 185. That was his max. Mine was almost 255. By I weigh 255 pounds. I'm I got 30 years plus on them, so my muscles are a lot more mature. So there's a lot of variables involved here. It's not just, yeah, let's have a competition, right? So just so people are aware of this, there's a lot of factors in that kind of competition. So anyways, so leave that there. So yeah, so Toronto Pro was pretty cool. That was so I just want to mention about Greg Doucette and Michael Hearn. And for now, let me focus on my 2-week update. First, let's talk about my physical health. My physical health is improving all the time. I don't know if you watched my past videos, but I have childhood injuries, and my early adult injuries that I'm dealing with to remove from my body, and to improve my quality of life. The 2 weeks ago I was supposed to go for a massage, but my therapist, she had an operation, so that couldn't really happen. They canceled that, but that's okay. My body's responding well. It's still releasing a lot of negative energy, a lot of tension, and I'm improving quite a bit. And you'll see why in my updates of my workouts. But yeah, so physically doing amazing, no complaints there. Best I've felt in a long time. Mental health for my workouts, there's less. Before I talked about like you get like I don't want to say drama, but you get inner dialogue, right? Where you try to self-sabotage yourself. It's still there when I go to those PRs, but there's a lot less now. Like today when I went to do my bench press, I could feel like, oh, maybe I should take a break, right? This and that, and excuse me. There's this fear creeping in. I can feel it in my back, right? And but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and take it one step at a time and just see what happens, right? And I'll explain to you later what happened to my bench press. But yeah, so I didn't let that stop me. I just keep moving forward without judging it, without adding to the fear, adding to the darkness. Don't judge it. Be aware of it and let it flow, right? And just do what you gotta do. So yeah, so that's mental health. Diet, my protein's still between 170 and 200. I'm at 250, so I should at least be at that. But anybody that counts what they're eating would know that eating is a big part of working out, and it's not a lot of work. It is a lot of work to eat, so I'm doing the best I can at this point in time. It's still a lot more than what I used to get but back in the day, but still, it's still less than what I should be getting. So, but I'm doing good progress, so I'm happy with that. And if I get to a point where I plateau, then I'm going to have to find a way just to increase the protein, right? Carbs are all right. I've not really watched my carbs, but they're probably in a good area, but not the best. They could probably be better. Fats are probably okay. I'm not monitoring that either, but I mean steaks and all that, so it's probably okay too. So I just want to talk about last week. Last week I was supposed to do legs, and I skipped legs. I was going to the Toronto Pro. I had to compress everything in 2 days. I couldn't work out on Saturday because I was going there. So I decided to skip legs and do chest, shoulders on one day, then do back on Friday. Well, chest and shoulders on Thursday and back on Friday. My legs were burnt anyway, so it was a great decision. And I came back like this week. I'm a lot stronger. It was a great move on my part. So just be aware of that. Sometimes if you need to give yourself extra rest, give yourself extra rest. One of the important things about high intensity training is recovery. Mind you, you do have to high intensity train in order to recover. So if you're just doing mild training, then your recovery is really not that important. But if you're doing high intensity training, very important, recovery, and the things you eat, right? So yeah, so from there, let's go to my workouts. So I was talking about chest. I did chest today. If you watched my last video, I was talking about that after Christmas I hit 225 pounds for 5 reps, and I plateaued at that from Christmas till like 2 weeks ago, when I actually broke the 5 and I actually got 6 and almost got 7. So that's what, 4 months or something like that. You know what I mean? I could have easily got discouraged right? Crazy got, I have to get it, I have to go full throttle and possibly injure myself. I didn't. I was patient. I stuck with the program. I stuck with my healing. And 2 weeks ago, I got my sixth rep. I got through my six, almost got my seven. Today, I got 225 pounds for 7 reps. So I improved by 1 rep. I could have probably got 8 or at least close to it, but yeah, I said, you know what, leave it alone. I actually improved. Let me spend more time on recovering and see how things go from there. So I didn't overly stress myself, but I did improve, so that's important. With high intensity training, just remember you don't always have to go to failure all the time. You have to monitor your situation. Sometimes you need to go to failure, yeah, but sometimes you need to scale it back a little bit and give yourself more time to recover. It's very specific to everybody's own individual body, so there's not really set programs someone can give you on that. You need to know yourself and make a decision for yourself. So I chilled it on that. Yeah, so next I went to a vertical bench press. It's the matrix machine. So the last time I did that, and I'm doing palms in, so not palms like downwards, but palms in this way here to focus more on my internal. The last time I did that was 140 pounds for 8 reps on May 30th. This time here, I did 160 pounds for 10 reps on June 13th. That's 2 weeks later. That's a big jump, and I did 10 reps. Technically, one can argue that I didn't go to true failure, which I didn't. I could have went up again to maybe 180 pounds, and that would have given me my true failure. But I was like, you know what? I did a big improvement, so I'm going to give my body time to recover, and then monitor and take it from there. So the way I've been doing, it's been improving quite a bit, so I'm going to stick with that method. So from there, I did pec flies. On May 30th, I did 140 pounds for 5 reps. On June 13th, which was today, I did 140 pounds for 12 reps. So that's on the machine, not on dumbbells. So that's on the matrix machine. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that machine, but so that's a big improvement. It's from 5 to 12. So that shows I'm getting a lot of good strength in what I'm doing. So yeah, high intensity training. I mean, you're not always going to true failure, but you need to go to true failure in order to recover and know the difference between when you need to go to true failure and when you need to focus on your recovery. Like I know Dorian Yates said that he didn't always go high intensity all the time. Like maybe he would go maybe a few months high intensity, and then he'd scale it back about medium or about medium, right? So you can't, your nervous system, your body can always go full throttle, but it does need to go full throttle at times. Sometimes you need to scale it back. You need to know yourself and know when to do that. But I tell you, it's a lot better than doing that. For me, I found this a lot better than doing high volume. So from there, I went to my dips. So they're the assisted dips, where the machine takes weight off your body. The last time I did 30 pounds off my weight, and I'm weighing at 245 right now. I did it for 10 reps on May 30th. This time I went to 15 pounds off my weight, and I did it for 2 reps, which is fine. And I can really feel, that one there, I can really feel the weakness in my chest, so that's good. That's a good place to be. Now I know next time I go in 2 weeks, I always alternate between this gym here and the other gym. In 2 weeks, when I go back to do those assisted dips, I'm gonna really focus mind-muscle connection and really blast it. So my goal is gonna be go past 2. As long as I go past 2, that's all that really matters. So that's it for there. I think. Oh no, that I did T-bar rows on May 31st. The last time I did T-bar rows, I did 145 pounds for 3 reps on April 5th. Now I did 145 pounds for 6 reps on May 31st. Not that much of a big difference. There's a big gap in between that as well. It's not like I'm not doing back workouts in between that. I'm also doing back workouts. I just didn't do that for whatever reason. Yeah, that's just the way it is. I mean, when you're doing T-bar rows, your hamstrings are involved. your glutes, your lower back, right? You got a lot of muscles involved, so there could be a lot of reasons for that, but that's okay. I improved, and hopefully I can get back on a good program and start hitting my T-bar rows every second week like I want to do. That was way too much of a gap, but we'll see what. But it's still improvement, but way too much of a gap. So but whatever, it's still pretty good. So now I did yesterday on Wednesday. I did my hack squats. I do hack squats. I do two versions. I do a high volume one, which is high volume for me is 12 reps. I do that one time. Then 2 weeks later, I'll do like hack squats for like see how heavy I can get. See how we'll go for a PR in weight. So yesterday it was from my PR. The last time I did that was 110 pounds for half a rep on May 15th. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but for me it is. My legs are a major weak point, so for me that's pretty heavy. This time I did 110 pounds for 3 reps on June 12th. So big improvements. And like I said, the hack squats, of all the exercises that I do, that is my worst one. That's one that really is hard on me the most. So I really got focused quite a bit to do that. So for me to get 3 reps out of that, when 2 weeks ago I couldn't even get, or the last time I did, which was a month ago, I couldn't even get a half. I only got like a half. Is actually quite a big deal. So yeah, so I was happy with that, and then just keep improving from there. So and actually even that I could have went more, but I was like, you know what, I PR'd by 2.5 reps, so the heck with it, leave it alone, let my body rest, and keep going from there. So barbell squats too, I just started doing that this year. Over here I got the Smith machine, so I don't have no free weight barbell to do barbell squats. So anyways, just so you know, like, you gotta be careful. I started off, I could have did more than this, but I want to think about my health as well and my joints and all that. So when I started at 95 pounds for 4 reps, right? That's what, a bar and 250s. It's really not that heavy. But when you're not used to it, it's a big deal, okay? So you don't have to go like totally full out. Like, I mean, take your time. This is not a race. It's about improving. As long as you're improving, that's ultimately what really matters. You can tweak it here and there, but the most important thing is that you always improve. So anyways, April 17th, I did it for 12 reps. Then I went up to May 15th. Then May 15th, I did 115 pounds for 4 reps. Then this time here I did, which was May 15th, and this time here I did 115 pounds for 12 reps on June 12th, okay? So what's important here is that when I did it yesterday, I was very comfortable. It was flowing nicely, good mind-muscle connection. Now I got a good foundation to actually improve. But if you got no foundation, if you have no mind-muscle connection, all you're gonna do is just create imbalancements and a big possibility of hurting yourself. So go slow, even though you may do more, better just to scale it back, get a good mind-muscle connection going. Once that happens, and you have a good foundation, then you can start really adding the weight. But if you're not getting that, don't even bother adding a lot of weight. You're just gonna hurt yourself. You just got a good chance to hurt yourself. So happy with that. And again, with that, I could have did more, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna save myself for the hack squats. I did that before the hack squats, and take it from there. So, but next time now, when I go back to do that, I'll be upping it up by 20 pounds, so it'll be at 135, and then I'm gonna keep going until I get 12 reps, and keep adding 20 pounds that way there. So, good with that. Dumbbell presses, my dumbbell shoulder presses again. I'm continuously getting PRs all the time. June 1st, was my first time to do 65-pound dumbbells. I did 65 pounds for 3 reps, and like that was really heavy for me. That was like I've never, when I propped it up, I could really feel the weight in that. But got 3 reps, and then the next week after that, on June 6th, I did it for 4 reps. So that's okay. It's 1 extra rep. I improved, I did that, it was on the 6th, which was Thursday of last week, so they gave me about, I think, 9 days of rest in between. So this Saturday, I don't know for sure that I actually do it, but I think I should do pretty good. Like I should be able to get a few more reps beyond the 4, but don't know for sure. I'll wait till it happens. I'll wait till I do it, but that's my thoughts, just the way I'm feeling. Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, so all in all, big improvements, doing awesome. Like I said, high intensity training, make it work for you. It's a great foundation. Don't do what Dorian did. Use what he did as a foundation and create your own version of that. Make it work for you. As long as you are stimulating your muscle for growth, that's really what matters at the end of the day. So by doing too much volume, you're just going to exhaust yourself for no reason. So big difference between high volume and high intensity is the recovery. So recovery is working awesome for me. I don't do anything that I don't feel that I need to do, and I'm progressing all the time. So for now, I'm going to leave it there. We'll see you in 2 weeks, and have a pleasant day. Thank you. Goodbye.